The video topic is going to be about this woman that takes a coworker out who hasn't been on a date in 6 years. So this basically went viral on the internet about a month ago. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the things he can do, or someone that's in his position can do, to actually start making progress. Because the worst thing you can do is, without being kind of mean, rely on random pity dates, especially if it's only once every 6 years. So let's read the actual caption of what she wrote. About a month or two ago, I was having a conversation with a coworker. He was telling me how he hasn't been out or been in a relationship for 6 years. He doesn't think he's attractive. Since I've known him, he's always been the sweetest person ever and always willing to help and always putting a smile on my face and others. So I asked him on a date last weekend and he was shocked and lost for words, literally. I made his whole day. I'll leave my thoughts on that. It sounds a little bit self-conceited. Anyway, I made his whole day and that made my heart smile. We had such an amazing time. I told him he has a forever partner in crime to hit the town with. All right, so first off, this is definitely a friend date. Like, he was put in the friend zone, but in honesty, I'm almost 99% sure when she asked him, he never thought it was like a romantic date. So the first things first, people in the comments were actually upset, saying obviously why don't you just do the kind gesture without posting it, which I can somewhat agree, but nowadays everybody posts everything, and as long as dude's okay with it, I'm not going to be sad about it. But overall, in regards to the guy, I think this is where we actually need to talk about the most. Like, I want to hone in on when he says, I don't think I'm attractive. The thing is, what can you do to resolve it? I always believe that rather than dwelling on a situation or a problem for too long, you need to reverse engineer what things can I put in place to overcome this obstacle. So in this scenario, say one of the things that's making him feel unattractive is simply because he's quite overweight. You can improve your dress sense, you can start getting in shape, you can try interact with more people so you get more confidence, because at the end of the day, going on pity dates every other 6 years is not going to resolve the situation. So it sounds blunt, but I'm sorry, if you're an overweight man, forget all the people on TikTok that talk about this fat acceptance crap. In reality, if you are an overweight man, like overweight, it is going to definitely be much harder to get a date. The only thing that would make this harder for him is if he was short. Thankfully, he looks pretty damn tall. So in reality, he's got a decent set of height on him, which is a good attribute. You know what I mean? Many women love guys over 6 foot. So the point I'm trying to get at is that you've already been blessed with beautiful height. Start exercising, start eating a little bit better, and slowly trim down that weight. As you start doing that, I guarantee, especially when you're this sort of size, people are definitely going to start complimenting you. They're going to be like, oh my God, have you lost weight? Those little things do act as like little mini ego boosts. Even though nowadays they do say that you should never comment on someone's weight, I'm just speaking in reality, is people will do this. I went to a family barbecue a couple days ago. One of my cousins, for years, he was on like kind of the thicker side of the scale, and he's lost quite a lot of weight. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, you lost weight, man. What's going on? And he was like, oh yeah, that's for, you know, exercise a little bit more. If you had seen the smile on his face, like that sort of things helps you keep motivated to go in. So in that scenario, someone of his size, my cousin was never that big. Someone of his size, if he dramatically starts looking slimmer and just smiling more, feeling more confident, those things are definitely going to consistently add on for each other. And that's simply from just losing down some of the weight, period. Now, if he starts getting to the gym too and lifting weights and little by little just feeling more confident and getting stronger and looking better and feeling better and building muscle, as you get the endorphins flying everywhere, you'd be surprised how much better your mood will be on a day-to-day basis, especially once you start seeing progress too. So in regards to that first main issue, which is I don't think I'm attractive, that will definitely help with that scenario to the point where he feels better about himself as a whole. So that, in combination with the fact that she's already gave him like a reference, she said that dude's always been the sweetest person ever, that means you already got the personality down. But the problem is that when you're that overweight, regardless of what the TikTokers say, it's going to be harder, especially as a dude, because when we think candidly and just put the BS aside, we know in majority of cases, not all, but in the majority of cases, most women will find a man that's more average weight, more attractive than someone that's on the obese side of the scale. Even if your personality is great. And the fact is, because he feels so unconfident and doesn't even feel to approach people, they wouldn't even know that his personality is great. So unless he's in contact with these people, like at work or somewhere where he has to interact with them, they may not even know that his personality is good. So in that scenario, you're kind of screwed on two fronts. Like, your personality may be great, so maybe someone would like you of solely your personality without you having to even change your looks. But the problem is a lot of people, when they first meet, it's the Tinder effect, and it's going to be instant attraction or off the looks. And seeing as it's got to the point where he hasn't even been on a date in like 6 years, chances are that he's not actually putting himself out there. If he didn't know this girl from work, this wouldn't have even happened either, so it would have been even worse. I would definitely, if I was him, one, don't try approach this girl in that kind of sense, because this is clearly a friend date. I would not use her, but you're using each other. She's posting on the internet. So even though you're friends, just think of it as you're using each other. She may be using you for potential like brownie points and clout on the internet to be a nice person, but you can use it back to get back to the normal of interacting with the opposite sex, because this lady seems like she's more outgoing. And if that's the case, you'll meet new people, and who knows, in a year from now, you could be in a whole new space. I definitely feel like once he implements, the fitness lifestyle, or just in general, just be active more. You don't got to step in the gym if you don't want to. I would recommend it, because if you feel like you are unattractive and you feel that low about yourself, I really think that going to the gym, something where you can see progression week to week or month to month, it's definitely one of those things that's going to help you. Plus, it puts you in an environment where you'll make friends at the gym. So personally, that having a good head of hair, being tall, and now getting a public cosign that you're a nice guy, I feel like he's definitely going to be able to improve. Obviously, if you're not this dude, but you're built like him, start improving your physique. And then gradually, just little by little, try and speak to people. Try smiling more. If you're someone that typically never speaks to anybody, these little things can definitely help. So I would definitely say, if you're someone in this scenario, or you have friends that are willing to take you places, you need to try and take advantage of it. Being a recluse is never going to be the thing that helps. That's going to just make you worse and make you more sad and more depressed. So yeah, get your ass in the gym, start mingling with people as much as you can. Take it from there.